to the Reidox4life podcast, and we're your hosts. I'm Levi, and this is Lamika. And today in the studios, we have a special guest by the name of Matthew Musgrave. All righty, and so today, we are highlighting a small business owners, that provide a special service in the community. And Matt, just happened to be one of those special guests that provide a special service in the community. And he's doing a lot of outreach, with it. And so we wanted to have him on so he can share his experience and his business with all of you.
I'm sure our viewers would love to know more about who Matt Musgrave is and what inspired you to venture into this career path.
Yeah, so I get to work with chiropractors on a day-to-day basis. I started a company with a friend of mine who is a chiropractor called Pure Chiro Systems, and we have developed different things over the years. Our flagship product is called Pure Chiro Notes, and it is a web-based practice management tool for chiropractors to use. And I get to participate in the technology side of the business, getting to work with the development team, getting to work with, creating interfaces and creating, web-based stuff. And what got me into that was all the way back in high school. Had this really incredible chemistry teacher who wrote all of his own software learning tools for his classroom. He had Jeopardy, he had Weakest Link. He had just a number of different things he had recreated and put his own flair on to help us study for exams. And I always thought that was the coolest thing. How did you invent your own software like that? How did you package it together? And that got me really interested in software development and web development. And so he gave me some tools for free while I was in school so that I could teach myself how to do some of this stuff. And fast forward, outside of high school, went to Purdue for computer science. Didn't graduate, did about little over half of the degree, and ended up starting a business in web and technology. And then fast forward a little bit, Dr. Hoskins, who is a chiropractor and my partner in crime in this, we met at church and got connected, and we created this product. He's been in the business for about 30 years now, doing chiropractic all throughout the Midwest and now in the southeastern United States. And we developed a product that solved a problem for his specific niche that wasn't being addressed. And here we are today. It's a blast. We're having the time of our life. We just celebrated or are about to celebrate 10 years. Went to a conference this past weekend, 10-year anniversary. So we're really excited about where things are at and where we're headed. Thanks for asking.
Excellent, man. That is very, very excellent. Okay, so just a quick question here. Okay, so you say you started. You was influenced in high school by a teacher that develops some software for Jeopardy, some Jeopardy questions.
Yeah,
well, that has been
And the Weakest Link.
Yeah.
yeah.
That was excellent.
Yeah, he was by far my favorite teacher in all of school. Just the level of investment he made in his students was incredible. So I give props to him for that.
Excellent. Yeah, excellent. We need that. We need that again. We need that same type of teacher and influence, to continue out the schools.
Definitely.
School systems. Definitely.
So, Matt, it's always good to be able to connect with someone, especially, when you're in church and you got that, not only that connection, as a person, but a spiritual connection. So that is such a good story. What is the one thing you wish you knew on the onset of your career?
I wish I would have known how much relationships matter, how much relationship capital matters. From, kind of early on when I was just getting started about 10, 12 years ago, I was kind of in my own little world, so to speak, a lot. I wasn't really valuing relationships and building and trying to build value for other people. It was, I was kind of just focused on what I was doing, what I was up to. And if you weren't part of that, it was just kind of a fuzzy sort of relationship. And so I realized later on how important it is to build relationships because you're taken care of by building value for other people. by helping other people get to where they want to go, then you are then taken care of. And the other thing was with relationships. There's a lot of times I always thought that I could take on something myself. With the business, we wear so many different caps as small business owners. And, it's important to realize that relationship capital, that you can leverage relationship capital to catapult yourself into the future and go a lot faster than you could by yourself. And so that's really a hard lesson, but a great lesson that I've learned over the last decade or so is really how much relationship capital matters. And that's one thing I would really hammer down on with new people. If you're a new business owner, relationships are extremely important.
Yes, they are extremely important, not only in business, but they are also important in life. Okay, so
Absolutely.
exactly, we need other people, to help. They help us throughout this life. We don't do nothing on our own. Even though we might think we do stuff on our own, right? But
Right.
actually, we need people to help us build our business, help us build our life, help us build a family, and so forth and so on. Yes, so
Definitely.
that's very important.
Yeah, and BDC helps with, that relationship capital.
Yes.
We've been in it for a little bit over a year, and we couldn't think of anything else to invest ourselves in, because it's just a lot that we're learning from them, and it's amazing. So
I would agree. Can't imagine life without them.
yeah. So Matt, what are the biggest challenges in your line of duty?
And the biggest challenges in my line of work is really just depends upon, if we're talking about like my day-to-day role or the day-to-day operational things of Pure Chiro Notes. The number one thing, the biggest challenge would be security, making sure everything stays secure, making sure, we keep the bad guys out, making sure we adhere to the compliance measures that we need to adhere to. But the other thing is, from a business perspective, some of the biggest challenges are just simply grinding through and doing the things we don't feel like doing when we may not feel like doing something. I think that success can be traced back almost completely to your ability to push through and continue to do the things that you don't feel like doing and having the discipline to do so. One of the things I like to say to people is keep churning the cream. Eventually it does become butter. You don't always know when. You don't always, it's a lot of effort, day to day in, day out, day in, day out. Sometimes it feels like you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. That goes with work. It goes with personal fitness. It goes with finances. It goes with anything. But day to day, day in, day out, keep pushing. The small habits build up to big changes over the long haul. And the cream does become butter. Just keep churning.
Yes, it does. That is actually, that's well said. I love that metaphor where keep churning, and eventually that cream is going to become butter. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So anyway, just a quick question here. As far as building a security system or keeping track of your security, system, how have the relationships you built over the years really influenced your awareness in the security that you now, that you watch so closely?
Yeah, again, it was one of those things that I thought I could do early on. I was like, I can watch some videos we've got YouTube, we've got A+, Network Plus certifications we can go after. There's this, there's that. And what I found was that the people that are professionals, the true professionals in the field, they've climbed a mountain that I've not even started up yet. They're already summiting, in some cases in a field or in a topic that I haven't even started out with yet, or wasn't even aware was even relevant. And so the relationships that we've developed have allowed us to go way deeper in the sophistication of security and making sure that we are doing the best we can with the resources we have to make sure that we double down and making sure that the data that we take care of is well protected.
Excellent. Yes, definitely. And you know what? I'm sure your customers really appreciate it. The attention to detail that you put on your security measures and things like that, because after all, data is important and it must be protected.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the area where you go above and beyond the the normal approach. That's what sets you apart from from a lot of other competitors.
Absolutely.
So anyway, it's a you know what? Let me ask you this: how can our listeners and viewers get a hold of you and find out? Hey, I want to know more about Matt Musgrave and his Cairo notes and his system that that he developed that's been in that you've been working for the past 10 years and being successful in it. How can we get a hold of Matt Musgrave?
Sure. So if you want to get in touch with me personally, if you're on LinkedIn, look me up on LinkedIn. If you're on Facebook, you're welcome to add me on Facebook or shoot me a message on Facebook. Our company website is www.purecaironotes.com. You can check us out there and see what we're up to. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram and keep up with what we're doing. You can also, on our website, you can sign up to be on our newsletter as well if you want to go that deep with us and stay up to date on what we have coming. We have a very big update coming for the fall. A lot of very exciting stuff coming, and we'll announce more as time goes, and we'll let everyone know what we're up to through the various channels that we have set up. But yeah, if you want to connect with me personally, LinkedIn, Facebook, the company, purecaironotes.com, and we'll be happy to take care of you.
Excellent. Yes. Hey, listen, folks, and Matt, he is very responsive when you email him or send him a message. Any kind of way. I know from experience, he reaches out to you. He come right back to you because, in my opinion, I believe he treats everyone as family and equally as important. So he will get back in touch with you.
Thank you.
Yes, definitely. Thank you very much, Matt. We appreciate your honesty, your integrity, and in the way you do business. So anyway, hey, we thank you again for joining our podcast. Hey, Reidox4life, and stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Musgraves and Cairo Notes and Pure Cairo Systems are coming to you. All righty. Thank you once again. Bye bye.
See ya. Thank you.